Hello and yet another video on SSO. Still don't know really if it is a good game. I've seen, I tried to watch a TTS playthrough, but I really get uh, uh, unrestful when I look at an attempt to make some sense of a digital thing. So there was also a guy who showed a video of the old version SSO, and the old version SSO is worse than the current SSO version because it had round counters, trackers. But the rest was all mostly the same. Only the central corridor had some extra text that I don't have here. Now these, so let's say we go to the radio pod to see what the ship actually is about, and the ship is always the same, which is frankly a little bit of a pity. If you have a crew here, then you can move the rank token. The rank token is the token that is associated by the color, so you can find the rank token as long as it is on your card originally, and later you have to look up the rank value printed on the card to identify the rank value token. The rank values are all different. That's fortunate. This 2 means the most crew tokens that are allowed here. So you can have 0, 1, or 2 in the radio pod. Mission guide +1. I think it is to have the timer on a mission card go upward again. So again, some small indentation here. The HTH is for rolling for disaster. There is, if I'm not mistaken, there's a head and tails token, and you flip the head and tails token, and whenever it matches, first all H's, then all T, or first head tails, and then the second head tails, and then the third head tails, as long as something is killed off. Now, where is this flip token? Because I don't remember it was there. Okay, so you have to provide your own head and tails token. That's not nice. Maybe it is this one. I think I'm going to use the green one for this. No. So I think I'm going to use this for, this is heads and this is tails, so you do like so. Okay, so it is not heads, it's tails. And then you proceed. What else? Yeah, so this stuff, flip adjacent location up, treat activation cards here as move to any array or airlock. Crew cannot reduce gen oxy. And I think this is for the first and this is for the second. If the crew is here, then you can flip an adjacent location. This is a what is adjacent location? Flip an adjacent location. I think you can flip the radio pod up if it is face down. I'm not really sure. Treat activation cards here as activation cards, to remind you, are the cards that you drew from the blue deck, also random, and you assign them to the crew cards. There can only be one person here, so make sure that your morale is not 0. Then we have the Oh, that's funny. Um, the two solar arrays are identical, but this is HH and this is TH. The other one is, of course, TT and HT. So um, I don't think I think that's the only variation in the ship. Uh, Oxygen hydropod. If you have a crew member here, you can have at most two. So, for example, these two. And then the crew oxygen goes plus X, and the general oxygen goes minus Y. So you can have, I don't know what the Y is, but I think the amount of people. This is the way to fill your personal oxygen tank. And then the crew gets also one general oxygen per two crew here. So you have to have always, or you want to have always two crew here. And you don't want the oxygen hydropod to go dark. Cryogenics pod. Cards here are blank. Do not change morale and oxy. Do not play activation cards. I think for the cryogenics you can get this guy out of stasis, but I'm not really sure. I don't understand the text either. Maybe cryogenics. Cryogenics pod. Okay. Crew here treat their rank and rank tokens as 0. That means that they have no vote. Cannot help you with the votes for, so they will always vote nay. And any abilities or actions printed on their cards as blank. So psych profiling for the psychiatrist may treat one in medical pod crew actions as 2. Doesn't work anymore. And the engineer has manual overrides, and the crew must reduce personal oxygen by 2, may flip one adjacent location face up. Doesn't work here. That's not a problem, but it means that you cannot repair your solar array from the cryogenic spot. That's all. And it has HHT for flipping into darkness. Maximum 2 people. Well, you cannot play activation cards, even if you have them in your hand, I think. So the abilities printed on the cards is blank, and if they would change the morale or personal oxygen or the general oxygen count, nothing happens, but treat the reduction as having occurred. Do not assign activation cards to crew here. Okay, that means that you cannot, as long as they are there, and you have to draw from the blue deck, they cannot move or something. But that's so it limits your agency a bit. However, there are cards to transport other crew, but you have to be a bit creative. Then medical pod. Medical pod. A few minutes left. Medical pod. That's here. Increase any single crew morale by 1, irrespective of the location. Then can target any crew anywhere, including the crew who activates it. Crew, reduce any single crew's morale by 1. Must place the activation crew's rank token on the crew card of the crew whose morale was reduced. but the one who reduces is in the medical pod. This can still be activated by crew that do not have their own rank token on their card. They simply move their rank token from its current location to the target of the action. Okay. It will become clear later. Then there is the rec room. It boosts morale and you can be here with everybody. It looks a little bit like something from a movie. And then the command module, it only fits one person. Skip a challenge step 1. Okay, that's cool. For the challenge deck was the scary red deck. Move one crew to adjacent location. So I think we have a plan for the first game, and that is get somebody on the command module to burn through the scary red deck, and have people in the cryogenics in the hydropods. Where's the hydropods? Oxygen hydropods. In the oxygen hydropod, pump up the oxygen. Crew flip 1, so the computer module next to the command module, flip 1 white location up. White location? Oh, I think these are all white. Flip 1 location down. That's any location. White is here. The colors. Location cards have types and colors, and the colors are yellow and white. Solar arrays are yellow. All other locations are white. So flip a white location means anything but the solar arrays, including the central corridor. Okay, I think we have an overview and we can start the discussion of the manual. Bye.